Right now it is time to talk business with our partners 2 Degrees. Joining us this morning is Dileepa Fonseka, who is from BusinessDesk. Good morning, Dileepa. Good to have you on the program.
Morning. Good to be here.
Nice to not have Garth, actually.
Yeah.
Can I
well,
just say?
you know, just between us and all the viewers. So, I know. Yeah. Sure, Garth won't find out.
No, we love Garth. All right. So a lot happening today. So we'll start with the US Federal Reserve. They've just cut in the last half an hour.
Yeah, by 0.25%, 25 basis points. So that's basically been priced in. Market was expecting that. You know, there's also an expectation of future. I think some people have been talking about 100 basis point cut being priced in into kind of 2026. So they're pricing in. The market is pricing in future kind of rate cuts. There's some interesting stuff there. I suppose from a kind of political angle, what's interesting is obviously US shutdown meant that the Federal Reserve didn't actually have access to the data, a lot of the data it would normally use. So actually the inflation data came in late because of the shutdown. So Jerome Powell, he's just talking now. I think he might still be going, but he just got on stage. He was instead talking about sort of recent data, or because he obviously didn't have access to the current data. But so he's been relying on a lot of sort of private data and things as well. And I mean, they've got a dual mandate. So they've indicated that jobs are slowing, even though inflation is above their target, because they have a 2% target, and it's at inflation's at about 3%. So it's not at target, but because employment jobs growth has slowed, they're basically saying that they'll still need to.
They want to get ahead of it.
Yeah,
they want to get ahead of it.
Yeah, they're also ending quantitative tightening by December, they've said, which is a new thing. The market had been kind of expecting it, but that basically adds in a bit more stimulus.
These cuts, but speaking of stimulus, the stock market just going gangbusters. And, you know, there's this news, there's the China-Trump deal, there's the AI bubble, whatever, happening. And we've now got NVIDIA with 5 trillion market cap.
Yeah. And in fact, if that sounds sort of vaguely familiar, that's because in about July it had a US. It became the first company to hit US $4 trillion cap.
Only in July.
So yeah, so it's basically 3 months. They got $1 trillion, and so obviously, you know, there's going to be people out there. There's been a kind of narrative, I guess, going around about, is this a bubble? Is it, you know, overpriced? I guess Jensen Huang says his argument is that AI, you can't think of AI as the same way that you think about these other software tools that we've had. You know, when you had Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, those were tools, whereas he's saying AI is like work. It's a workforce, effectively, and that's what justifies these, you know, kind of this valuation. And in fact, you know, I was at flown down to a conference by Palo Alto Networks. John Key sits on the board. It's a big cybersecurity company, and they just released a product where they're talking about because of the rise of AI, they're going to basically they're pushing a product where they're using AI agents to fight these cybersecurity threats, because obviously cybersecurity threats now are being led by AI agents that are operating faster than a human can react.
It's an AI army on an AI army.
Yeah, and so to fund all that compute, you might need more chips, and that's kind of Jensen's argument.
What a ridiculous world we're living in. Do you know, I'm reading a book at the moment. This is nothing to do with what we're talking about, but it's called the Haves and the Have-Yachts.
Oh, right.
And it just looks at the growth of, you know, you got your mega yachts, your mega yachts, and then your giga yachts.
Yeah.
And apparently all these guys who are super rich in Silicon Valley know that if they make the AI, all the workforce is AI, and we get out of jobs, then we will revolt. And that's why they're all buying these doomsday bunkers in Queenstown, and buying big yachts and stuff like they're quite serious about it, I think.
I mean, we've done articles on it before where, you know, I think like 1 or 2 years ago, I remember doing an article where, you know, New Zealand went and did this event in sort of San Francisco, and, you know, one of the people who was there was basically telling me that, yeah, a lot of them, I was asking, well, why are they turning up to a New Zealand event and not, you know, an Australian event? And they're saying, well, they just see it as safer, which of course posed the question to me is, why is New Zealand necessarily seen as a lot more of a bolt hole refuge than Australia? But, you know, for whatever reason, we've we've done a good job of selling ourselves as unconnected to all of this.
It's like the absolute bottom of the world.
Yeah.
Hey, just finally, we've got this Fonterra vote today.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to go through.
Yeah, I mean, we've had no real public opposition or no signs of it. No,
And Winston.
Yes, well, Winston's there, so maybe he's maybe he knows something that we don't in terms of he's a better politician than I assume the CEO of Fonterra, so maybe he knows more about the public sentiment than they do. But all outward signs are that it seems to be that it'll go ahead, and we've heard that there's been kind of private polling which sort of indicated overwhelming support for it. So that definitely seems to be what Fonterra is expecting anyway.
Yeah, that certainly sounds like it too. Dileepa, good to see you as always. Thanks for being with me. That is Dileepa Fonseka from Business Desk, and we talk business every day thanks to our partners 2 Degrees.